Have you ever wondered why we sleep? I mean, we spend about a third of our life doing an activity that we don't often give much thought to. All we know is that we feel we need to do it. We feel terrible if we don't get enough of it. And if you're like me, you need to prepare yourself before looking in the mirror in the morning. Once again, I'm joined by health and fitness expert Lisa Radley, Dr. Darren Green, and Dr. Lerato Masemola. Welcome, guys.
Thank you, Riaad.
Lerato, why does science say we need sleep?
Well, sleep is very important for a whole lot of functions in the body. It's not one thing that happens, it's a process, and it's governed, or if you want, regulated by two main systems in the body, the sleep-wake homeostasis or balance, and also the circadian biological clock. The sleep-wake system is exactly what it says. It's very simple. When you've been awake for too long, your body will prompt you to go to sleep. When you've been sleeping for too long, your body will prompt you to wake up. The circadian physiological clock, a lot of beings that are alive, animals, humans, plants alike, have this 24-hour cycle. It can dip twice during the day, 2 to 4 o'clock in the morning, and also 1 to 3 p.m. in the afternoon.
1 to 3 p.m.
Yeah.
So it's not because you're eating like slop chips or
I think it's a little bit of both. But sleep is very important, as I mentioned, because it allows the body to repair what's been happening during the day.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the neurophysiology there, Darren?
Yeah, sure. You know, the structures in the brain are specifically adapted to control the neurotransmitter levels. Those are like the hormones, the feel-good hormones like endorphins and so forth. And then we have other things like melatonin. Melatonin is an essential hormone that assists with the sleep cycle that Lerato alluded to earlier. So the brain is adapted with these neurotransmitters and these hormones and specific highly specialized structures to control those sleep-wake cycles.
So obviously there are different stages of sleep, REM and non-REM sleep. A lot of people think REM is purely a band, but it's not actually.
No, it actually refers to rapid eye movement, which is deep sleep. And we need at least 2 hours of that quality deep sleep per night.
Surely that's not a problem, 2 hours of sleep per night.
The problem is the sleep cycles don't work in such a simple fashion. They're designed where you have patches, or periods rather, of REM sleep and then the non-REM sleep.
Okay.
And the non-REM is that's the lighter stage of sleep on your way to get into deep sleep.
Okay.
And how it works is between a 45 and a 90-minute cycle, you journey towards getting into that REM sleep.
Okay.
And you need 4 to 5 cycles of sleep per night for optimum brain performance.
To actually make up that whole.
Hours.
So how much would that be equivalent to? Like how many hours? 4 to 5 cycles?
Between 7 and 9.
Whoa. That's quite a lot of sleep. I don't think I get that per night.
And a lot of us are struggling to function on that. But regarding the architecture of the sleep, I think it's important for people to realize why they sometimes feel exhausted when they wake up after sleeping even 10 hours. And the reason for that is on that curve that we've just mentioned, they're waking up
during the
sleep.
REM cycle.
And they feel kind of grumpy and a bit...
What I never understood is that we need sleep, right? And we crave it and the body requires it. Why do we have something like insomnia where we can't actually sleep?
Insomnia as such, there's primary insomnia where you have a defect in the brain in terms of hormone levels and neurotransmitters, etc. Or secondary to lifestyle decisions and things like medications and so forth.
Now, what are the lifestyle changes we can make to actually improve our sleep patterns? For example, people work late at night. That can't be good for sleep.
It's definitely not good for sleep, and a lot of us do that. And now that we have something portable, like a tablet, we lie in bed and we work and do our emails till late at night. And that's obviously stimulating you, and you should be unwinding and decluttering and de-stressing so that you can fall asleep easily. We're also watching television late at night. And if it's stimulating us, if it's freaky and scary, we're definitely not going to sleep very well after that. And then a lot of us are anxious. We're carrying around a lot of stress and anxiety from our days, and we're not exercising. So our adrenaline is through the roof, our cortisol levels are high, and we're not exercising this and burning this out of our system. So we are constantly at a state of stress. So number one, we need to start exercising. Number two, TV's out the bedroom. Stop working within 2 hours of going to sleep. And then also be careful of what you eat and drink before you sleep. So we shouldn't be having any caffeine. So absolutely no green tea or no coffee before we sleep, within about 2 hours. And then when it comes to food, 3 hours before bed. That's when we should stop eating. And if you can try and eat something that's light.
What about reading, Lisa?
Now that's a good one. Yeah, reading is relaxing. So taking a book and literally chilling out for half an hour. Music helps as well. Something like a hypnotherapy or meditation CD, which will help you to relax from your head to your toes. That's what I do. And then, of course, your partner needs to be taught these tips as well.
Many people also sleep incorrectly, so we actually have a yoga instructor, Alta van der Merwe, to help us with the various incorrect sleep positions. Welcome, Alta. Okay, what's a very common sleep position? Darren, maybe you can talk us through this.
Sure, I think the first one would be the dive bomber or the skydiving position. And she's assumed the position rather well.
That's how my son sleeps in the middle of us. My wife and I are on the opposite ends of the bed.
You can notice that Alta has tucked her head in between those pillows, and sometimes we even tuck our heads into the pillows, obstructing a bit of the nasal passages and the airway.
That's not very good.
That's not great. And then what about her neck? Her neck seems to be quite strained in that position.
Yes. And another common position?
Sure, I think we'll go on to the cowboy position.
On the beach in Hawaii, that one. Okay.
My son sleeps like this.
This is bad for you.
It can be very bad.
And it facilitates snoring also.
It does, because the airway, if you've got lots of soft tissue around the neck, can obviously fall flat.
And your shoulders as well, like stop all your blood.
And you'll be straining your arms, like cramps and pins and needles.
And sharing a bed in that position can be a bit tough as well.
Yes, the elbow in the nostril is not comfortable. Any others?
We move on to another one, which I think most people enjoy, and that's the fetal position.
Yes.
A lot of us feel safe and secure. So we would recommend the closest to normal or most beneficial sleeping position would be the fetal position.
Is there anything else Alta can do to
Yes.
facilitate a better sleeping position?
Sure. So the height of the pillow is quite essential. You need to find a pillow that allows your neck to be really in a really good horizontal position with no extra strain or spasm of the neck muscles.
Okay.
How about relaxing the legs a little bit? Just not
So yoga instructor, she's like flexi.
Yeah, I find that if you relax
Look
the
at her,
legs
she's
just
like
a little bit,
elastic band.
Remove that curvature.
Yes.
It's much more. Your spine is happier that way. There's no pulling.
Good point.
Because you get the normal curvature of the spine back into that position.
Now we touched on, thank you Alta for helping us there. We touched on having kids now. You know, obviously this is all fine and good, but when you have a little ball of fury sleeping in various positions, it can affect your sleep cycle.
Well, Riaad, why is your child in your bed in the first place? Children should not sleep between their parents.
Yes.
Okay, it's bad for all parties involved,
But-
not for the child, not for the parents.
But then you fall asleep late at night. Look here, you're tired, but you want to spend time with your partner, so you're awake late at night, and then, they wake up at 5 o'clock and you've got a foot in your face.
No, and this is why children should go to bed, not only in their own beds, but at a certain time every single day.
Yes.
Routine is very important.
And we have to do it as well.
We also have to do it as well, and the children learn from the parents, and they need, even up to their teens, at least 10 hours of sleep. It's required for their growth and for them to rest properly. And the funny thing is, children who have bad sleeping habits, such as sleeping between their parents or starting to sleep late at an early age, they also develop those. It's a long-standing habit that they can take it into their adulthood, and they get insomnia and things like that when they're older.
Thank you so much, guys, for joining us on Doctor's Orders. I'm definitely going to sleep a bit better now.